I am here to enlighten you. You ask me what supremacy is and why it exists. I don't respond due to the lack of similarity in our skin color. Today is Tuesday. You are frustrated. You glare as I suddenly transform into a swarm of bees. You turn into a bee. You acquire food poisoning, but there are no medics in your swarm. You fall into a dream and perish to exist. After stepping out of a Chinese schoolboy's textbook, you are a spirit. You find yourself stocking pieces of phones from the year of 2003 into burger patty bins at a locally owned diner in Rangeley, Maine. I am the owner. I furiously yell at you to make the stop sign into a pentagon. You step out of the diner only to look down and notice you've stepped on a lonely toad. He sheds a tear and looks at you with questioning eyes. He dies in your arms. You call your grandmother only to remember that she too has died. You call your second cousin. The call is forwarded to the book that you had previously stepped out of. The book is in a field somewhere in rural Iowa. The wind blows the book open. A family of coyotes meanders past the open book. The submissive offspring curiously sniffs the book. Unbeknownst to the pup, he acquires an extensive knowledge of slavery in the Middle Ages. A page shivers as the gusts of wind pulse against the wise book. It is autumn and the temperature is dropping. Meanwhile, back at your old friend's apartment, a squirrel screams as his fur is scorched off by the heater he has found himself stuck in. You are the squirrel. You shed a tear and look at me and beg for mercy. I only see the mahogany wood of the floorboards. A creak from the floorboards tells you that your time has come. You ponder about the time and look towards the clock only to have your view obstructed by the heater's metal confines. You look down at your body. You are nothing but mere bone. I am dancing with your mother in a theater production of Cinderella. You take a seat in the front row only to be sat on because you don't exist. I don't exist. Your mother is dancing alone on the stage. Out of her purse, she pulls a jump rope. She holds it to her heart and cries. Your attempts to comfort her are inhibited by the fact that you do not exist. I see you. I present upon you the ultimatum that you either need to birth a dog or steal from a lion. You need some water. I escort you to the bathroom where you take a drink from the fountain designated to your ethnicity. The water is stained blue. Your skin turns blue as I laugh with your children in my arms. You close your eyes and open them only to find yourself on stage in Memphis as a member of the Blue Man Group. Your drumsticks are needles. The crowd disapproves. You realize that the crowd is in fact not a crowd at all. They are buzzards and you are in the desert. You are the lion. The buzzards are soon scattered by an energetic warthog and a sarcastic meerkat. In a moment, you realize the importance of the situation. You are living in the movie The Lion King, but this is reality. I am Timon. I betray you and reveal your location to Scar. Your second cousin rubs the scar on his forehead. He treks to the headmaster's office to inquire about the lack of cellular service at his wizardry school. It is the following Tuesday. You have been expelled from school for lack of attendance. The morbidly obese chorus teacher disapproves. Her disapproval couples with her gravitational force to pull you from the fifth dimension back into reality. You see a pile of dead bees. You shed one tear and continue back to your house only to find Timon and Pumbaa in the kitchen. They have been skewered and they're slow roasting in your rotisserie. You cry out to your parents to stop the madness, but they are preoccupied with the sick boy in the opposite room. I am the boy. I have contracted an incurable disease and must be stabbed and cooked to avoid contamination of the upper atmosphere. You hold me in your arms and stare apologetically into my glassy eyes. You ask an irrelevant question, but I refuse to answer because I know what you've done. You have ended my experience in the fourth dimension. You run to your parents with tears streaming down your face. You find them dead in the hallway. You open your front door. Everyone is dead. You are dying. You search for a piece of paper and a ballpoint pen to write down your final words. When none can be found, I appear with the materials you had been searching for. You quickly tear them from my non-existent hands. As your heart rate slows down, you have an epiphany. 4 simple words are what you write. Hate ruined the world.